So, hey guys, I'm Natalia. I'm the person behind this blog of mine, um, and I've decided to make a video for you. I'm gonna answer some questions. Yeah, so before I start, I just want to say thanks to everyone for following me. I don't know why you follow me, but thank you for following me. I really appreciate it. I love all of you, so thank you. Okay. And also, another thing, I want to show you my class ring because, as you can see, it looks like the one that Charming gave Snow. So yeah. Okay. So, we are going to start with the questions. Okay, so my first question is from Pam, and her URL is Goslinger. So, as you can tell, she loves Ryan Gosling. And her question is, ideally, how would you like Hook and Ariel to meet? Okay, so for those of you who don't know, but you should know this because I talk about it all the time, yes, people ship Hook and Ariel together. I know it's kind of weird because Ariel's not on the show yet, but she is going to be on next season, so don't worry. Um, but yeah, my ideal meeting for them would be, I would want her to meet him like when he was just Killian Jones. Like I want her to be like one of the few people who actually knows him from before he became Hook, besides like Rumple and I guess me kind of. So ideally it would probably be like when he was with Mila, like early on in his relationship with Mila, and um, so I would think that she would be like maybe like a teenager, like 15 or 16 or something, and then she's just like swimming around, looking for human stuff to find that, like she likes to collect, and then she sees the Jolly Roger on the surface, and then she goes up there to get a closer look. And it would be pretty cute if they had like Flounder and Sebastian there as well. That would be really, really nice. And so yeah, so then like maybe one of the crew members like sees her and then they capture her. Not necessarily because they think she's evil, because I'm gonna go with mermaids are not evil in the Enchanted Forest. That's just in Neverland, because I think Neverland might be cursed, so that's why they're like crazy. So, but yeah, but then he captures her, and then Hook sees her. Well, Killian sees her, and she sees him, and she's like, "Oh my God, you are the most beautiful man I've ever seen." And they kind of just start talking, and she like asks him a bunch of questions about like human world and all that stuff, and they become friends. And and she probably ends up falling in love with him, but of course he's with Mila, so that doesn't work out. And then he just leaves one day, and she doesn't see him again for a really long time. And I'm gonna go with that, with the fact that mermaids can live for a really long time. So, but yeah, so then the whole thing with Mila dying happens, and he ends up going to Neverland, blah blah blah. And then I'm going to say that Regina, when Hook came to the Enchanted Forest from Neverland to try to find Belle, I'm gonna say that Regina was keeping tabs on him because she wanted him to kill her mother, obviously. So then maybe she's like spying on him, and then Ariel sees him again, and then they start talking again, and Regina sees this, and then maybe she thinks that Ariel is like a distraction and is gonna like derail Hook from what he really wants, which is obviously his revenge, but she needs him to want to kill Rumpelstiltskin so that she can get him to do what she needs him to do. So then that's why she goes to Rumpelstiltskin in the episode Skin Deep, and then she's like, I have a problem with a mermaid, so you need to help me. And then, so I'm going to say that she offers Ariel a deal, saying that well, I don't know, maybe she asked Rumpelstiltskin for help, and then his idea is, alright, this is what you're going to do. You're going to have her do something for me, and then you're going to tell her that you're going to turn her into a human, and then if she does whatever I want her to do, you can turn her into a human, and then you give her 3 days to have the person that she loves fall in love with her. Otherwise, if she fails, I'm going to send her to Neverland and then get rid of your mermaid problem. Because I think Regina's going to be Ursula. So So then that happens, and then Rumpel gets her to get the squid ink that he needed, because he said that the only way you can get this is if you're a mermaid or if you're me. So I'm guessing that he got Ariel to do it for him, and then she becomes, so she does that, and then Regina turns into a human, gives her 3 days, and then she goes off to find Hook. But he, of course, he's like, you know, I can't fall in love with you, blah blah. I need to get my revenge. So that breaks her heart, and then she ends up failing. So she gets sent to Neverland. That's my theory. Yeah, and then of course now for season 3, they're all going to Neverland, so they're gonna hopefully see her again, and it's gonna be really bad because she's gonna be like, you all 3 played me and betrayed me, blah blah blah. So, and I'm kind of hoping that she's kind of like an evil Ariel in Neverland, because like I said, I think some people have been saying that Neverland's like cursed, and that's why everyone's like evil. So I'm thinking that maybe Ariel is gonna be evil in Neverland, and then Hook has to like try to break the curse. Maybe with True Love's kiss. I don't know. So yeah, that's my theory. I think that'd be cool. I don't know. I have a lot of theories when it comes to Hook Reels, so, and I could talk about this for forever, but I can't. So, okay. By the way, Pam, I love you. Your blog is just adorable, and thank you for the question. Okay, my next question is from Jen. Her URL is Hell of a Pirate, and she is the swan to my wolf. That's what we decided to call each other, because I'm not one of her magic beans, which is what she calls her Captain Swan shipper friends. So, yes. Okay, so Jen asked me, what other shows do you watch besides Once Upon a Time? A lot. Okay, I'm gonna do this in like order of days of the week so I don't forget anything. So Mondays, I watch Switched at Birth. It's a very good show. And then I started watching The Fosters, which started last week. It's pretty good as well. And then I've just gotten into Teen Wolf since last week, so I've been watching that as well. And then Tuesdays, Pretty Little Liars. Oh my god, Pretty Little Liars last night though. I just can't. They totally fooled me with the whole Ezra thing. I'm not gonna tell you because I know some of you are watching Pretty Little Liars. So anyway, yes. So Pretty Little Liars. I saw that show Twisted last night, which premiered on ABC Family. It was okay. I don't know. I mean, actually, I'm gonna say this right now. I think that the mom is the one who killed the aunt, and then she had her son take the fall for her, and that's why he's like, I have this huge secret I can't tell anyone. I'm just gonna put that out there. That was kind of random. I'm sorry. I also watched New Girl. I love that show. It's so funny and so adorable. Oh my god. And then also, I kind of watched the Mindy Project this season. Well, at the beginning. I had a night class this past semester, so on Tuesday, so I couldn't really watch anything, but yeah. And then Wednesdays, I watch Modern Family, The Middle, Suburgatory, The Neighbors, you know, the ABC's Comedy Wednesdays, that they say. And then Thursdays, never had anything to watch at 8 o'clock, but now that Once Upon a Time in Wonderland show is going to be at that time, so I'm going to start watching that definitely because it looks really good. And then I watch Person of Interest at 9, which is another show that I love. And then Fridays, I like to watch Last Man Standing. I watched Fashion Star for a little bit as well. It was actually a pretty good show. And then Grimm at 9. And then Sundays, of course, Once Upon a Time. And then Revenge at 9. Oh my god, Revenge. Such a good show. You should definitely watch it. Yeah, so. And then I've made it my mission this summer to watch Supernatural. I'm going to try to catch up on all 8 seasons before season 9 starts. So, wish me luck with that. And then I kind of want to watch Doctor Who as well. I haven't really watched anything besides that one episode I saw on BBC, so I have to get on that. And then I started Hannibal as well, so yeah. Okay, and then she has another question. What's your favorite character of all time from anything? Ooh, okay. I'm gonna say Katniss from the Hunger Games because she is just amazing. She's, just, a strong female character who, really cares about her family and really is just so brave and so strong and really, she's just incredible. I mean, it's just amazing. And those books were so amazing. So, and then if you could spend the day with any famous person, who would it be and what would you do? There's quite a few people I would like to spend some time with. I'm going to go with Colin, though, because he's just so adorable, and I love him so much. And I would say we would go to the city. No, you know what? We would spend 2 days together, right? So the first day we would go to New York City. I would take him to a Yankee game, because he needs to experience American baseball, if he hasn't already. And if he has, I'm still taking him to a Yankee game. And it's going to be awesome, and we're going to have so much fun. And then, since he's a celebrity, maybe he can get me into the locker room after the game, and I can meet all the players, and, like, meet Dave Robertson, Dave Sells, and just be amazing. And then after the game, we can just, like, go to the city and hang out. Go to the wax museum. Oh my god, that'd be cool. And we can just, like, take pictures with, like, all the wax celebrities. That'd be awesome. And then, if I spend another day with him, he's taking me to Ireland. And he's going to, like, show me around Ireland. And we'll go to, like, a pub or something, even though, like, well, I don't know what the drinking age is in Ireland, but I don't know, whatever. So yeah, I would spend the day with Colin. Or Megan Ori, and we could just go shopping, and I could bask in her gloriousness, and she could give me a makeover. So that'd be cool. We could go see like a play or something, I don't know. And then she also asked me, how are you so cool? Jen, I'm not cool, please. I'm not. You're cool. And I love Jen. She's adorable. I mean, I find it interesting because we pretty much ship, like, the complete opposite things. It's pretty funny, actually, but yeah, I love her. Okay. So the next question is from Selena, and I see you've changed your URL again, Selena. It was just Swanfires yesterday, and now she changed it to O Godfrey, which I now know is that guy from that show she likes, not Sherlock Holmes, Hemlock Grove. Sorry. And I watched one episode. I still haven't watched the other ones. I'm sorry. Yeah. So, yeah, her question is 5 things about yourself that people would not expect. That's a tough question. Alright, first of all, I'm going to say, you might not expect this, but if you ever met me in real life, you would see that I'm really bad at socializing. I'm just a mess. I've always been pretty shy. Never really good at talking with people or having conversations with people, so that'll be one thing. Another thing is, I don't know, this could be like 2 and 3. I'm Puerto Rican, and the reason I say that you might not expect that is because everyone that I've met since I moved here, and I tell them that I'm Puerto Rican, they're like, what? You don't look Puerto Rican. They always say I look Italian, and I'm like, really? I don't look Italian, but whatever. That's what they say. So yeah. And I also speak fluent Spanish, so. Another thing you wouldn't expect. I don't know. I'm not a very patient person, so it's not good. And I don't know. I have no life. I don't know. I'm sorry. Whatever. Yeah. Okay. Selena, thank you for the question, and I just want to say I love your blog. I was so happy when you followed me. I was like freaking out, honestly, so thank you. Okay. Next question is from Eileen. Her URL is Storybook, and before I start, Eileen, I just have to say, I don't know how to pronounce your name, so if I pronounce it wrong, I'm terribly sorry. And also, Eileen is one of my hook reel buddies. She's the Ariel to my Flounder, and I just love her. She's adorable. You should follow her. Her question is, what's your favorite Once Upon a Time episode? Okay. I'm gonna go with from season 2. And my favorite episode from season 2 ended up being Straight On Till Morning, because it was just amazing. All of the stuff with Hook and Babe was just so adorable. It made me cry. Every time I see those scenes, I just cry. Oh, it's just so sad. He just wanted a family. That's all he wants. He just wants a family. He just wants a family. And honestly, my headcanon for the show is that after he sees Ariel again and they get all their shit together, I just want them to be together and have kids, have adorable little pirate mermaids, and just live happily ever after, and he can finally get the family he's always wanted, and it'll be adorable. Yeah. Okay, so, but that was just a great episode, and just seeing everyone going crazy because like the town was going to be destroyed. And I actually thought that they would destroy Storybrooke, to be honest with you. I really thought that they would do that, but I'm glad they didn't, because that would have been sad. But I just loved the whole episode, and I just loved seeing Hook kind of coming full circle with his revenge. I don't know if he's necessarily redeemed. I wouldn't really say he's redeemed yet, but I think he's close to being redeemed. And also, I loved seeing the whole everything with like the Charming family and Emma calling her parents mom and dad for the first time. Oh my god, I was crying. And just seeing Regina, willing to sacrifice herself to save everyone and finally taking responsibility for what she's done. And I was just very happy to see that. So I loved that episode. Okay, so thank you, Eileen. Next question is from Cindy. She is the Ruby to my Hook, and I love her so much. Her URL is simply me. Okay, her question is, when did your baseball obsession start, and your favorite baseball memory? Okay, my obsession with baseball started in 2009. Not that long ago. But, because growing up, I didn't care about sports at all. And then I moved here, and everyone was like, oh, you're either Yankees or Mets, Giants, Jets, blah, 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 blah. I was like, okay. So, but 2009, I watched the ALCS series, which is American League Championship Series, with the Angels and the Yankees, and the Yankees won, and then they went on the World Series, and then they won the World Series, and I was just so excited, and I just thought it was awesome to kind of, to have that feeling of, sorry, I'm watching a movie over there, of just like, just seeing your team win. It's just so exciting, and it was amazing. So, and then next season, I was like, okay, next season I'm going to watch all the games. And then I started watching in the summer, and that's when I started, watching the games and learning who the players are and what everything means, all that stuff. And I don't know, there's just something about baseball that I love, and I've become obsessed because that's like the only sport I really watch and care about. So, yeah. And then my favorite baseball memory would probably, besides seeing the Yankees win the World Series in 2009, it would probably be the game that I went to in 2011 against the Blue Jays. It was the day before school started, and it was like the day before I started college. So I went with my family, and it was against the Blue Jays. And it was just a great game because it was like the first game that I went to where I actually understood everything that was going on. So it's like a little different feeling. So it was just great. And then she also asked me what is my favorite episode from season 1 and why. It would have to be Red Handed because I love Ruby/Red. She's my favorite female character. And I just loved that episode. I loved everything about it. The fact that they made Red the wolf. I did not expect that at all. I thought that was a very clever twist. And I love it. So yes. Alright. Next question is from Jess, and her URL is Colin O'Donoghue. And I just have to say, Jess, I'm very jealous of your URL. It's just adorable. And her question is, why did you start watching Once Upon a Time? And also my other friend, Bia, and her URL is Cora's Wonderland. She also asked me that question, why did you start watching Once Upon a Time, and how did you find out about it? Alright, so basically, it's not really an exciting story. I mean, I was just watching TV, and I saw the commercial for Once Upon a Time, and I started watching it with my mom when it started, and we were just instantly hooked, pun intended. And we just loved it, I mean, I was a pretty casual viewer during season 1. I kind of just watched the episodes, didn't really care much. Like, I didn't really, obsess over it like I do now. The reason I do now is because I found all of you amazing people here on Tumblr who watch it and obsess over it and love the characters and talk about it constantly, and I just love that. So now I'm a more engaged viewer. So yeah, and I just can't wait for season 3. It's gonna be so awesome. Okay, so thank you, Jess. And then a couple questions from Stephanie, and her URL is Leah Amadallah. Yes, very nice URL, Steph. And Stephanie is the snow to my Ruby, and she's one of my best friends here on Tumblr, and I just love her so much. So, hi Steph. Okay, her first question is, how did you discover Tumblr? Well, I first discovered Tumblr through Twitter, because I had a Twitter first, and then I saw people posting Tumblr links, and I was like, what the hell is Tumblr? I never heard about it. But then I went to this marketing panel thing freshman year of college, and one of the guys that was talking was like, oh, you should make a Tumblr. It's a good way to like showcase your stuff and show people what you can do, blah blah blah. So I was like, okay, I'll make a Tumblr. So I made a Tumblr, and I'm obsessed with it now. Oh my god, it's taken over my life, and I've met so many amazing people that I love. So yes. And then, what was your first fandom you belonged to? It was the baseball/Yankees fandom. I started off as a Yankee blog, and I met all these amazing people on here who love baseball and love the Yankees, and I know I haven't really talked to them in a while since I kind of switched over to being more of a Once Upon a Time blog, so I'm sorry about that, but I still love them, and yeah, that was my first fandom. Her next question is, have you ever thought about leaving Tumblr? If so, how dare you? Tumblr needs Natalia always. No, Stephanie, I have not thought about leaving Tumblr. I could never leave Tumblr, I think. But Tumblr sticks with you forever. Seriously. So, and her final question is, you're a great fanfic writer and graphic maker. How did these passions come about? Well, first of all, thank you. I don't think I'm that good, but thanks, Steph. In terms of fanfiction, I mean, I've always enjoyed writing, but I never actually, like, wrote short stories or anything like that. But it really started with the Hook Reel ship, because shortly after Hook was introduced, I saw people shipping him with Ariel, and I'll be honest with you, at first I was like, what the hell are you doing? Ariel's not even on this show. Why are you doing this? But then I started thinking about it more, and I actually became obsessed with this ship, because it's so perfect and so amazing, and there's so much potential for this ship. There really is. So you know, I also saw this role-playing blog, and it was like a Vanessa/Ursula role-playing blog, and they were role-playing with Hook, and I was like reading their little like story, and it was like so good, and I was like, this is fun. I should come up with a story for Hook and Ariel. So I did, and that's where my first fanfic that I've written, well, it's not complete yet, but the first fanfic that I started writing, which is Love Is Forever, that's where that started. I came up with this whole like life for them in my head, and now it's taken over my life. So yeah, that's where that came from, and now I'm just like, I love writing for Hook Reel specifically. I mean, I do some Captain Wolf as well, which is Ruby and Hook, but I'm mainly obsessed with Ariel and Hook. So, and I'm actually working on a one-shot right now, and the one-shots, that's what I do when I feel like writing something, but I don't feel like updating any of my fics. Like, if I just get an idea for like one shot, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go with this. I feel inspired and I write it. But yeah, but fanfic writing can be frustrating sometimes, because it's like, sometimes I want to update, but I just don't feel like writing anything, so I get lazy. Okay. And then graphic making, basically, I just see all the amazing things that people make here on Tumblr, and it makes me want to learn how to do that stuff, and it makes me want to be a better graphic maker. Like, if you go to Frivolous Whim's blog, and I love her blog, she makes the most amazing things. I just sit there and I just marvel at how amazing her stuff is, and I'm just like, wow, I wish I could do that. And another blog I love, Sorry Dearie, oh my god, it's just amazing. So, you know, I see the amazing things that people make, and I want to make them too, so I want to learn. And I go to a bunch of different, like, Photoshop blogs, like It's Photoshop, Photoshop Babe, you know, and go there for resources like PSDs and textures and tutorials and all that stuff. So, yes. Alright, so thank you, Stephanie. And, okay, final question is from Jackie, and her URL is Crying O'Donoghue, and she wants to ask me what is my non-Once Upon a Time favorite TV show character. I'm going to say I have two. The first one would be Aria Montgomery from Pretty Little Liars. I love her. She's just so awesome. I love her sense of style. I love Lucy Hale. She's adorable. You know, I love just her character overall. You know, I love her relationship with Ezra, even though it's not appropriate. I still love it, and I just love her. And then my second favorite character, well, I guess it would be two. From Revenge, I would have to say Emily Thorne and Nolan Ross. And I love Emily because, you know, I mean, I don't agree with her quest for revenge, but she's really been through a lot, and she has just such a sad story, but I love her so much. She's my little baby, and I want her to be happy, but she wants revenge, and oh, it's just so sad. She reminds me of Hook, actually. But yeah. And then Nolan is just another adorable baby, and I just love him so much. And they really messed up his life in the finale, and I'm scared to see what happens next season. Well, they pretty much fucked up everyone's lives. I'm sorry for the language, but they did. That finale was ridiculous. Ugh, I can't even deal with it. They killed one of my favorite characters. They ruined one of my OTPs. They're messing with Nolan's life. They're messing with Emily's life. They're messing with Jack's life. I just can't. I'm sorry. Yes. So, yes. So I would say Arya, and then Emily and Nolan from Revenge. Yes. Okay. So I think that's it. Yeah, that's all the questions. All right. So thank you for all the questions, guys. I'm sorry if I rushed through this. I didn't want it to be too long, and my battery's running out. So yeah. Again, I just want to say thanks for all of you for following me, and I really appreciated all your questions, and I love you all, so thank you. Bye.